Throughout the European Union, immigration has become a hot political, economic and social issue. Europe's difficulties with immigration have come at the wrong time. Birth rates in the European Union have dipped so low that the population is beginning to shrink. And an ageing workforce threatens to upset the proportion between those who contribute to and those who benefit from pension plans. The European business sector also says their countries need immigration to plug what they claim is a lack of skilled workers.
We do not have enough educated people in order to cultivate and foster the new economy in this country. So we need foreign educated, well-informed people in order to help us to establish and create the environment for a German new economy.
In contrast to other industrialised countries like the United States, Canada and Australia, the European nations never saw themselves as immigration countries. But now economic necessity is forcing governments in the European Union to introduce policies and laws to deal with immigration.
We're not just opening the doors. Instead of having an unmanaged system of illegal migration, we'll have a managed system of legal migration. And that I think, is the theory.
More immigrants? Many Europeans cannot even cope with the foreigners already living in their countries, let alone with new waves of immigration.
I
get angry with foreigners because they make too many kids and they take many things away from the German people, like jobs and apartments.
A big problem in France is that some immigrants refuse to accept the principle that everyone is equal in the eyes of the law. This is a very important principle for the French people.
From a continent that supplied immigrants, Europe has overwhelmingly become a centre for receiving immigrants. But Europeans are not handling the transition very well, and extremist groups are making political capital from fear of immigrants and turning xenophobia into votes.
The last 2 or 3 years, people have said we've had enough. Our votes have gone up. We've come from nowhere to get sizable votes now. I believe that the other parties have let these people down. Only the British National Party has stronger policies on immigration.
Anti-immigrant feelings are also surfacing in France. In last year's presidential election, it was the fear of immigrants that prompted nearly 6 million people to vote for National Front leader Jean-Marie Le Pen. In Germany, the presence of 10 million immigrants out of a population of 80 million is also inspiring right-wing politicians to pander to xenophobic attitudes.
We cannot accept any more immigrants. Germany should instead ship back to their own countries the foreigners that have proven unwilling to integrate into this country. Naturally, this is a racial problem which will lead to confrontation.
What is wrong with immigration in Europe? The problem is both cultural and economic. On the one hand, there are perceived clashes between Islam and Christianity, between black and white. On the other hand, immigrants are often blamed for abuses of the welfare system and unemployment. But with a low birth rate and an ageing workforce, the European Union needs fresh blood. Without the dynamism which young immigrants can bring, economists say Europe will become lopsidedly old and will lose its competitiveness to regions of the world which can absorb immigrants.
So Europe and all countries are compelled, if they want to maintain their growth performance, if they want to maintain their productivity, to draw in labor from elsewhere in the world and to be open for that.
This is Sandra Spencer reporting from the European Union.